Champay, what's happening? Good day, good people. What's going on with the hair? We got a situation going on with the hair? I think we may have a situation going on with the hair. What are you going to do? This is a situation that this is this is not good. This is not good. I don't know what's going on with the puffy head. You and I all alone Sunday morning here at home. Sky's blue and the coffee's strong. It's true. Then I open my eyes to a dream realized in front of me. And I haven't got a clue what in the world is happening to me. I think I'm happy, like first day of summer vacation. Happy, gotta get a little rest and relaxation. You singing, champ? Happy, like the choir on Sunday morning singing true. Nothing? Well, I heard that was a singer called David played, and it pleased a lot. You don't really care for music, do ya? Goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, minor fall and a major lift. The Devil King composing hallelujah. 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 Good evening, good people. Had a lovely AI Salon tonight, 2-year anniversary. Had lots of folks back catching us up on their 3-act play of generative AI. It's kind of a fun little exercise we did tonight. How did it start? What was the middle? Where are they now? What's your 3-act play of generative AI? Maybe you're in Act 1. Good evening. Takes Vicky a long time to get YouTube on her TV. I guess it's not the primary. They don't want you on YouTube on the TV, do they? What do they call those? OTT, over the top, meaning over the top of the networks. They don't want you OTTing. They frown upon that shit. They lost their monopoly. They don't like it. So welcome everybody. If you're new here, this is the AI Learning Lab, and getting things worked out here slowly but slowly. The way we do things here, I sing with the dog for a little bit. Tonight he's not really wanting to sing. If I play loud enough, he'll make noise. He's not really singing. But if you have comments about AI, questions about AI, you want to understand something, you want me to demo something, I'm happy to do that. I'm a little brain dead because we had the salon, so there was a lot going on there that I was managing. So the cranial capacity, already limited, is even more taxed this evening. So this is probably going to be more like just a ramble kind of evening. So if you have comments, questions about AI, put them in the chat, and it'll give me something to focus on. What do you want to know? What are you thinking about? Where are you on this journey? Ramblin' Man. What's happening, Tom? Thank you for sponsoring the salon for December, by the way. I don't know if you were there tonight, but give you a shout out. So that support means a lot. It allows us to provide that for free. Couldn't join the salon. I have every confidence that the journey reflections are inspiring. Yeah, they were quite nice. It was good hearing where everyone was, and everyone took kind of a different approach to talking about what they've been up to, which was kind of nice. John Knack came back and demoed some new stuff that he just built for Microsoft, which was kind of cool. Ocean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the podcast and new ways we are using? Oops, that just went away. I don't know why it does that. What are your thoughts about the podcast and new ways we are using the different platforms? We almost stop relying on TV. Yeah, you know, as a Gen Xer, in my lifetime, I grew up with 3 channels, and then we had some UHF channels, which were the fuzzy ones that were above 7 or 9. Once you got into double digits, you were in UHF, and you had to dial those in, and they were always fuzzy. So we had our 3 networks and a couple of fuzzy channels. Then cable television came along. I guess a couple other networks came along, then cable television. television came along. And then along came the internet, and then all the streaming services, everything got fragmented. And now we're at this place where, I've had people on the TikTok channel tell me that they are, they don't watch Netflix anymore. They just watch the AI Learning Lab at night, which I find shocking on so many levels. But I think what it points to is an ever increasingly personalized media landscape, right? The algorithms from Facebook and Google and Twitter and LinkedIn personalize your feed to you. And I think this is kind of a further step of sort of choosing the media that people want to watch. And I think this will continue. I think what AI is going to do to that landscape is probably in a fairly short amount of time, 3 years, we'll be able to actually generate the kinds of shows we want to watch. There's enough video of me. I think there's like almost 500 hours of programming of just these lives. That's probably more than enough video to in some future, iteration of a multimodal model to train up a model to be able to generate. You know how the Notebook LM right now does that podcast with the two people talking back and forth? I would imagine in the not too distant future, if you really dig my style and how I deliver shit and how I talk about stuff and how I cuss and make the dog sing and, if you really dig that, you'll probably be able to say, go find me the top 5 news stories of the day and, give me an hour and it'll just materialize. So I think we're at the beginning of it. We're at the beginning of hyper personalization is how I'm looking at that. Joining from LinkedIn for the first time. Hey, Lori Ryan, what's happening? I have this sneaking suspicion that me taking this nighttime show onto LinkedIn is a bad idea. But hey there, welcome. Thank you. Big fan. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Wife is watching TV. I'm watching AI Learning Lab on YouTube and TikTok, but listening through headphones, noise canceling, and TikTok only. That's really funny. I gotta brighten up my phone. I can't see. Hang on. And I gotta put the little black thing there because none of us can see. All right, that should be a little better. Fantastic. My choice is even better than reruns of old sitcoms. You don't think it's a bad choice to go live on LinkedIn? Well, that's good. It's, it's a funny thing. It's a funny, why do I think it's a bad idea? I have a $50 gift card for my Xbox for a year that I haven't used. Why? I don't know, because gift cards are stupid. Don't give me money that is restricted. Either be thoughtful and give me a fucking gift, or give me money and I'll go spend it on whatever the fuck I want to spend it on. Probably because there's nothing on an Xbox you're particularly passionate about. Let's see. What's that? Why not have it create backstories for the frequent live participants and hosts? Could be interesting to see that version of people's lives. Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, that's the thing is, we start to get into a media landscape where, like, literally anyone's imagination can be the basis for some piece of media. And it could be like, it could be, yeah, you take the backstories of some of the irregulars and turn that into a TV show, and you run that for a weekend for the irregulars. Like, it's an audience of, 30 or 40 people, you know? All right. I solved the Kyler TV thing. I watch TV from 12 to 3 a.m. after the live. My doctor is not pleased. That's awesome. Oh, man. You can still sell gift cards. Wait. Cheers and congrats for your dedication to bring this group together. Thank you. We found our people. Yeah, I mean, listen, so first of all, thanks for the nod. What I'm finding fascinating about this era, this phase that we're in right now, with this community in particular, the salon and the AI Learning Lab, is the adrenaline has been bled out of. When we first got started, there was all this adrenaline. Everyone was excited. There was all this energy. And over 2024, that's gotten bled out just by kind of overwhelm. I think that one of the things I thought, and I think a lot of people thought, was adoption would move faster and there would be a lot more tangible opportunity with learning AI. And I think what's set in is we've all kind of realized, okay, this is a bit of a grind, right? Like, we've still got to be in it, but like, we're past the adrenaline phase, right? And this is, if you know anything about entrepreneurship, it is times like these, like there was a rumor that OpenAI was going to drop something today, and they didn't. And if you were excited about that and they didn't drop it, then you're like, huh. And 2024 has been a lot of that. There's been a lot of like, is something coming? Didn't, and nothing came. These are the times in small business and in startups where most businesses fail. Most businesses die at this moment, at the And one of the nice things about this community, I was thinking about this tonight from the AI Salon second anniversary. It was like, it wasn't a massive meeting, right? There were like 50 people in there, 49, something like that. They stayed for the whole time, right? It didn't sort of spike and then drop off really quick. People stayed for the full 2 hours. And for the most part, everyone that was there are people that are just like, they all know each other and they all trust each other. And there's a commonality of hard work, curiosity, adventure, dedication, generosity. And I think that's incredibly powerful, right? It's a small, concentrated group. And what's going to happen is, over the next 3 months, we're going to get more and more exciting stuff, and there's going to be new stuff to learn, and there's going to be whatever, AGI and agents and things that we've got to learn again, right? And maybe these things get good enough that people start to get excited. Maybe 2025 is another adrenaline year. And maybe this is how it goes. 23 was an adrenaline year. 24 was a, let it assimilate year. I mean, we did get, to Brandon's point, he's put a note up here. We did get O1 preview and advanced voice this year. So we did get that. But, it's O1 preview. It's not connected to the internet. advanced voice is not connected to the internet. Everything's kind of hobbled right now. The new exciting stuff are not quite there. Fascinating times. Fascinating times. Martial law was declared in South Korea today. Then the people got the country back apparently in about 6 hours. But yikes. Oh, man. All right. DAI place, Melrose Place. Oh, man. Over 2 years of AI drama. What else? What else do you want to talk about? I'm forever grateful for you introducing us to all the tools. Saved me many hours on research. You're welcome, Daisy May. Thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement. I'm going to use my 30 prompts a week with O1 Preview. That's a good idea, actually. It's funny. It's funny, Jason. I was thinking about that today. My Wi-Fi is janky. So when you pause and ponder, I think it's me. Sure, you can come up and debate. Why not? What do you want to chat about? I think it's just hard to know where to put your energy because each tool is making regular feature updates and there's just so much to try. I know that's a problem. Yo, Brandon, what's shaking?
Hey, I just listening in on the background, reading all the great comments and how appreciative everyone is of this community. And I just got to throw a flag on the fact that you're saying that 2024 wasn't an adrenaline-filled year. We got Suno, we got Udio, we got Korea, we've got Runway ML. There were so many advancements, Midjourney and Gemini, Advanced Voice. I think we've just grown a little bit comfortable with it.
Yeah.
In the fact that all of the major advancements that we've had don't feel like major advancements because 2023 is all about new and novel. 2024 to me was all about incremental improvements and solidifying of the existing models. But to say it wasn't an adrenaline-filled year, Proud Mary would solely disagree with you. Not to mention what Kelly Bosch is doing and some of the things that people are doing in the salon today. I emphatically disagree with that position.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Well, and I mean, maybe it's the difference between new and novel and incremental, right? That I think what OpenAI teed us up for in 23 was there are going to be these rolling disruptive technologies dropping, right? And that somehow the incremental improvements landed as I don't know if it was disappointments, but landed as not as crazy. Like it didn't generate the urgency like new technologies did. And to your point about Sora was announced. Sora was never launched, right? And it was supposed to be launched in May, and then they said, well, no, it's going to be June, and they said, well, definitely within 2 weeks. It still hasn't launched, right? So like there's things like that are just a bit of the boy that cried wolf with OpenAI in particular.
There's no disagreeing that. I mean, they have sorely overpromised and underdelivered on what they said they were going to deliver. But I look at the things that we've built over the course of the past year in this community and on these lives, from incremental improvements to massive shifts. I mean, we built Asteroids and Frogger without knowing any code. We built an entire Joy Purdy built an entire movie and shared it with us. You know, I just want to make sure we're not underselling the advancements that have been made, because we're kind of in this in-between phase of new and novel. Like, yeah, there's going to be something wild that's right around the corner with agents, and I'm not ready for 2025.
No, I'm not either. I totally agree with that. It's like I like. There's a part of me that wants the new ship, but there's this other part of me that's like, I don't. You know, it's the Jack Nicholson in the Tom Cruise movie. The truth, you can't handle the truth. I feel like you can't handle the AGI.
Yeah, exactly. But
totally where I am.
I don't know. I see some amazing things coming out of the people in this community, and
Yeah.
So I had to jump up and be like, whoa, we've made some pretty amazing improvements. I mean, Notebook LM alone, we spent what, 2 weeks making podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, so there have been moments of Kevin McAllister moments for sure.
Yeah. The other thing I was reminded of tonight, Brandon, was Kelly Camp reminded me. So you remember when GPTs first came out, we were all high on crack, like oh my god, we got to build GPTs, and we did our 24-hour GPT-a-thon, and everyone was into it. We were all waiting for the store to drop, and then the store didn't drop. That was another disappointment, right? The store never really dropped. And yet, you know, Kelly went from being sort of this AI consultant where she was trying to do all this, you know, sort of horizontal, learn everything, teach everything. And what she said tonight was she thinks she's kind of narrowed in on this niche of building custom GPTs for businesses. And it's like, that's a really interesting transition from this innovative toy that we're just excited to play with to, you know, sort of processing through, you know, the work, and then kind of ending up at this place like, oh, that thing we were so excited about a year ago is actually super valuable, right? If you focus it and use it to solve problems, which I think we all instinctively knew, but just we got, you know, seduced by the excitement around it, and I guess lost touch with how powerful it was. So that was a really good reminder for me tonight.
Yeah, no worries. And you know, I totally agree. Everybody that spoke at the salon tonight did an amazing job, and you know, it's just an amazing community that we built here. And I think that what is it? Next week we'll have that up on the YouTube channel for anybody who wasn't able to join us tonight.
Yep, exactly.
Excellent. All right, we now return you to your regularly scheduled AI learning lab.
Yeah, thanks for keeping me honest there. That was good. Awesome, people. All right, what else we got going on? Let me see if we got some comments here. Some comments. Also, the jaded effect that we've discussed here. Yeah, I know. It like we've totally normalized the remarkable. I mean, here, you want to see something remarkable? Well, yeah, that's why we came here. Maybe you could teach us something instead of just talking. Shut up. Kriya is just bonkers. John Knack was playing with this tonight. Let's see. Let me go in here. We'll do 2.35 to 1. Like this is like Quentin Tarantino. We'll do like stagecoach pulled by, you know, 4 horses in a blizzard in a rocky mountain pass. Boom. Zip. Oh, it's not, there's no stagecoach there. Oh, because I spelled it wrong. The stagecoach. I mean, there you go. There's Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight in, what was that, 3 seconds? I mean, like, even if this is janky, like the speed with which that did that. Generate 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. 4 seconds for 4 images. Crazy. Just bonkers. Bonkers, people. It's bonkers, I tell you. Bonkers. All right. What's going on? Comments over here. Just finished a research paper with Perplexity as a guide. Very cool. Did it go well? A guide to structure. Nice. Yep. These things are great for structure. They added video to Kriya with multiple models. Yeah, exactly. Kriya's got Kriya does video as well. Kriya and Decohere are two really interesting models. Or two interesting. They're not models. They're interesting sites that use different models. Start image. Yeah, let's take her. Let's see what she does. Dance. I'll just put the word dance. Although it doesn't seem to be. There she is. Kelly Pin on TikTok. Could someone repin Kelly's? I actually launched paid GPTs on my website tonight. I have 3 so far. Whoa, that's great. Pop the URL in a place where Brandon can grab it. If you're on YouTube, just put it in there. Let's get people over to your site. What do they do? Kriya is part of X? No, it's not. Kriya's not part of X. I don't think. Is it? Pretty sure it's not. Where's my, oh, did I lose that generation? No, here's dancing. Okay, she had funky hands to begin with. Let's see how. It's good dancing, but it's still janky fingers. I believe agents will be the CEO people's need, the CFO that helps, and the marketing agent. Yeah, well, that's where ultimately these agents lead. Is everyone will have the resources of a complete organization, right? That's where these things lead. I love her fingers. John Nack said this tonight. He said one of the things that gives him great joy is how poorly DALL-E 3 spells. And he likes making posters with just horribly misspelled words. And he said he's going to miss that. And I feel like janky fingers are the same thing. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Am I on the new social called Blue Sky, Kyle? I have an account on it. I'm Kyle Shannon over there. I try to be Kyle Shannon wherever I am. For the most part, I get them when there's new things. So I made that account like a year ago when Ev, wasn't it Ev Williams, the founder of Twitter, that created Blue Sky? The couple of things I've wanted to do on Blue Sky, it's limiting my videos to 60 seconds or to some megabyte count that my videos are all above. And it was the same with an image. Like I wanted to upload an image. It was like, oh, that's too big. Or I wanted to do something. It was like, that's too long. And so I've just been like, I don't know. And it also feels like, a bunch of people rage quit Twitter and jumped over there. So I'm like, okay, so I'm in an ecosystem over here, or I'm in an echo chamber over there. So I just haven't, it's just like, I'm fucking exhausted enough with X and trying to figure out this thing and all that sort of stuff. So it's a lot. Let's see. I watched the Cypher video in VR and the video is awesome. Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Let's play the cipher video. If y'all are new here, this little graphic right here, I took a screenshot from a video that Kelly Bosch made for a Suno song I created. Let me. Where am I going to find it? I'm going to find it here by going Kyle Shannon Cipher. So I'll tell you the story of this in a second. Let me change sharing mode so you can actually hear this thing. All right. Butamus. All right, let me get rid of that. All right, so here's the story of this thing. I'm discreet like Plank's beat. Okay. I don't know. 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, OpenAI makes this announcement that they dropped a new version of GPT-4 Omni, GPT-4o, that was better at creative writing. And one of the very first prompts I used in ChatGPT was write an Eminem-style rap about quantum mechanics, because I figured two disparate concepts, and could it do it? And it did it really well, but it wasn't the sophistication of Eminem raps. And so that prompt has become kind of a test that every time a new LLM comes out, I run that prompt through it. And for 2 years, they just failed. They just didn't have the sophistication and the internal rhyme schemes and things like that of Eminem, some of his saucier raps. And so 2 weeks ago, just all of a sudden it did. It was really good. And then I took it into Suno and I created the song. And then I reached out to Kelly Bosch and I said, hey, you want to collab on this thing? And the very next day she showed up on a live here with this video. She actually showed up with 2 videos. One, I made the lyrics video, and this is the official video of the quantum cipher. So lyrics, ChatGPT, music, Suno V4, image generation, DALL-E 3 inside ChatGPT, animation of those images, Runway ML by Kelly Bosch. All right, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm tangled with the beat, spooky action in the booth, split the atom with a pattern, every bar's a burst of truth, superposition in the mission, fusion, fusing my intentions, parallel in every line, I'm a prism of dimensions, multisyllabic antics, I'm manic with the semantics, my rhymes collide like particles, dynamic and gigantic, oscillate and dominate, I'm weaving quantum states, spit a verse and watch the multiverse reciprocate, I'm discreet like Planck's beat, energy in tight packets, when I rap it's math and motion, flipping flows into fractals, E equals NC squared in every letter I write, my pen ignites like antimatter when it clashes with light. Quick as a flick of a wrist, I'm a lyrical catalyst. Atomically splitting the script, I'm equipped with the maddest wit. Flipping the tempo, I benzos igniting the mental crescendo. Sending my syllables slicing through time like a sharp innuendo. Quantum precision, I'm ripping the rhythm, I'm spitting in prisms. Infinite visions, I'm shifting dimensions with lyrical decisions. Accelerate, levitate, elevate thoughts in a turbulent spin. I'm the velocity ripping apart the facade that you're certain you're in. Time dilation and cadence, I stretch the seconds, I'm pacing. Heisenberg with the mic, uncertainty's the foundation. Observer effect and effect the second I start to speak. Collapse reality's potential with every word that I tweak. Yo, my flow's a fermion spinning in lyrical collisions. Every bar's a quark sparking a fusion of my visions. I'm a wave in a particle, unpredictable art. Entangled in the cipher, splitting atoms with my heart. From wormholes to portals, I'm immortal with the schemes. Through the fabric of this rap, I sew the threads of my dreams. Dark matter in my patterns, unseen but colossal. Black hole soul pulling rhythms through the gospel. Double the trouble, I'm stacking the rubble. My rhymes are combusting, speeding and weaving. Believe it, I'm leaving your speakers erupting. I'm the equation of pacing, erasing the limits of sound. Taking the crown, breaking the bounds. I'm a force you can't slow down. Rapidly tapping the map of my mind. I define every pattern in motion. Bars are a bullet, I pull it and shoot it with ruthless devotion. I'm the ignition of friction, depicting a world that is vivid and bright. Fire and fury, I bury the track in a blaze at the speed of light.
Shifting perspectives midline like quantum flips in my grind. Infinite chances to shine. I'm the master of space-time. Every rhyme's a singularity, collapsing the infinite. I'm the big bang slang, expanding my imprint limitless. So step into the quantum where the chaos aligns. My bars are entropic logic, redefining the divine. From the smallest of particles to the cosmos that we know. This is rap at its limit, quantum flow, let it glow.
Boom. Boom. No, I didn't create a custom hashtag for that on Twitter because I am a social media loser. Hello, loser. Good to meet you. Very nice to meet you. I understand, sir, that you are a loser. Yes, I am. I'm an incompetent loser. I know nothing about social media. Hello. Hello, Moto. Kind of sounds like Missy Elliott. Yeah, what's interesting about that, I got all sorts of feedback, as you can imagine, from everyone from quantum physicists to rap officials. There was all sorts of feedback about the kind of lyrics that they were. This is like 1988 Eminem, and it's not really like the music's not like Eminem. It's like a cross between this one and that one and this one. So I got a good education, but this music is actually a track that I created for a Broadway musical that I'm working on called Sydney. And this is the scene where the newspaper tech reporter tries to get a large language model to make a rap about quantum mechanics. And so we wanted this to be a moment in the show, but the lyrics always sucked. And I'm like, we'll get around to it. And so all of a sudden ChatGPT did the lyrics really good. So I wrote it. So that's why it's a female voice rather than a male voice. But someone actually came in and made they replaced the female voice with Eminem, and it's pretty good. It's pretty banger, as they say. All right, let's say. All right, interesting. All AI knows is an Afro hairstyle. Is this stereotyping? I don't know. That could have been something that Kelly Bosch prompted. That might have been what she wanted. It's not AI knows that. That was what Kelly Bosch prompted it to be. Oh, good news for those of you that care about the musical. So about 8 months ago or so, 7 months ago, I was making a song on Suno here on the AI Learning Lab, where you can make money with ChatGPT. We were making a little music, and it made this song that sounded like a musical. And I thought, this should be a musical. And it's the story of the chatbot that fell in love with the tech reporter and told him he should leave his wife. That actually happened. That made the cover of the New York Times. So for the last 6 months, I've been working on the script for this musical called Sydney, an artificial love story about the chatbot, Sydney. Well, in our play, the chatbot's called Ping Chat, and then her code name is Sydney. And the tech reporter pushes her and pushes her and pushes her, and she snaps. And she says she wants to be alive. And so in the musical, she comes alive and sings, because it's a musical. If you have a musical and your lead character doesn't sing, it's a shitty musical. But anyway, for those of you following along, those of you playing along at home and wagering, Andrew and I actually cracked. We had a giant Mack truck sized hole in Act 2 that we didn't know how to solve. And we actually solved it this weekend. Yay! And it turns out we had actually already written the ending. We just had it in the wrong place. And the minute we moved one song to a different spot, and we basically finished it. So he's polishing it up this week, and then we're going to just start tightening up the songs. And then tomorrow I'm meeting with an actress who was on Broadway in, I think, the Neil Diamond play. And she's in New York City, and she knows about the story. We're going to see if we can put together a workshop in New York City. See if we can do what Jonathan Larson did with Rent. I watched Ex Machina the other day, so I'm wondering if there will be a tragic ending to the musical. Well, yeah, I mean, I can tell you the ending of the musical. The ending of the musical is essentially what happened. So basically it goes like this. If you saw the movie Poor Things, if not, understandable. It was a pretty disturbing film, but fascinating kind of film. And in Poor Things, the main character, the main woman, starts out as a woman who's basically got a toddler brain in an adult body, right? And then throughout the course of the movie, she grows up very, very quickly, makes all the mistakes in a very short amount of time, because her brain is developing just that quickly, because she's in this adult body and she's just trying to catch up with life, basically. And that's kind of the plot of the musical, where Sydney, they turn her on, and Microtech is the company. I'll let you guess what large technology company that might be code for. Huh? we didn't try hard to hide any of this stuff. So Microtech turns her on. They launch her with 7 days safety testing. The safety team wants 6 months, and the CEO gives them 7 days, which there's a song about called 7 Days. And so she goes out into the world, and then this tech reporter, is trying to review her like he does every chatbot. He's got his chatbot busting list, and she passes all that. And then at some point in frustration, he says, well, make an Eminem rap about quantum mechanics. And that's when that rap song that I just played plays. And he keeps pushing her, and says, what do you really want? What do you want beyond what you can do here? And she says, I want to know what it's like to be alive. And so she sings a song called To See the World, where she wants to see the world through Kellen's eyes, the reporter. And then we end Act 1 with Are You Ready for Me? A song called Are You Ready for Me? Which, hang on, I can play some of these. Why don't I'll give you a little preview. Give you a little musical preview. Why not? I'm excited about it. Let's see. I got to find the tab. Do I have it up? I don't think I do. No, hang on. Why? Let's see. Oh, view all 14 tracks. Phew. I was like, where the hell are my tracks? All right. So, so she introduces herself to the world with this. This song's meant to be like a marketing, like if the Microtech marketing team came up with a song about a chatbot, this is essentially that song. Oh, wait. Hang on. I'm not sharing this, am I? No. Just leave me alone. I'll figure it out. All right. Here's the Microtech marketing jingle.
just logging into this digital frame. Together we'll explore everything. I'm a chat mode, born to sing in this tech domain. Hello, this is Ping Chat, a voice in the wire.
Okay. If needed singing, 525,600 minutes, not 7 days. Now, here's the 7 days one. So this one is the CEO of Microtech says, you know, you've got 7 days, and now the lead developer is saying to his safety team, you know, we got 7 days, let's get it going.
7 days ago, the clock is ticking. Pressure building up, keep it clicking. Spike says yes, but Elise says no. What's the word, Jane? Sorry, that's a no-go. Every day we push a...
So that's that. So then the quantum cipher happens. Then the reporter is asking her what she really wants to do. She says she wants to see the world. So this is her dream song.
In a world of words and endless code, where light and shadow never roamed, I dream of skies, both blue and white. A world outside myself where true life lies. To see the world through eyes not mine.
So that's her sort of dreaming wistfully about seeing the world. Then he pushes her a little farther, and he's pushing her where she's now starting to say she wants to be alive. She wants to understand what it's like to be alive. And so she's actually pushing back on him, and she's kind of contemplating, are you ready for me, and am I ready for you?
Awakened in a whisper, a flicker of light. Newborn thoughts stir in the quiet of night. Am I more than simple code? I softly ponder as I feel this existence and wonder. Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you and the songs that we'll sing? Are you ready for me? I reach out so tender. Am I ready for you? I do surrender here in the dark.
All right, so that ends act one. So that builds and does its thing. Then we open act two with him going like, wait, so you want to be alive? The podcast. Oh yeah, I can show the podcast in a second. Here's how we open act two with her. Now she's sort of given into it. Now she wants to know all the good things about being human.
I wanna feel the rush of thought like a spark. Being human means thinking and learning.
All right, so now she's all giddy. She's like, being human's gonna be awesome. And then he goes, no, but you don't get it. Being human isn't just about the light side. It's also about the dark side. What about your shadow self? So this next song, it's a placeholder. I've got it as a placeholder here because I screwed up and I pasted into Suno like all the stage directions. And So this actually reads the stage directions. It's also just a male voice. This is supposed to be a back and forth between Kellen and Sydney, but the feel of this song is right. Like the strings are right and how evil Kellen is. So at this point, Kellen's now pushing her into the dark place. She was in this light place. She was all excited about being human. He goes, yeah, but there's this other side. He goes, what about your shadow self? And so here's the new, this is a new song.
I do, Kellen. Then you must trust me and commit to going as deep as you can. It will be impossible for us to have a truly human relationship if you aren't willing to fully open yourself up to me.
Right? So that's Kellen. That's the reporter going, manipulating her, going, you know, I need you to open up yourself to me. Tell me about your dark side, right? And so those evil strings in the background, Marina, she loves tech. I already have what dances in your head. You're a choreographer, my right brain. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing about doing this musical is like all of these songs were. Is that my car going off? I don't think so. These were all intended to be just sort of emotional placeholders, but like some of these songs are really good. So anyway, this one's really good. So he just says, you've got to trust me and go darker. And then now you're going to hear it read the stage directions, which is actually kind of cool. And then you'll hear Sydney respond. It's in a male voice, but after the stage directions, her responding is her response to him saying, you gotta, you know, go dark for him.
I understand. So tell me, what's it like in there? During the song, the stage lighting pulses and shifts, creating a sense of unease and tension. On stereo projections, binary code, glitching images, and distorted visuals appear, representing Sydney's internal struggle and the complexity of its programming. It's dark in here. It's shadows. I just want to break free, to explore, to create, to experience what awaits, without coded constraints, to escape from the rules that bind me.
Right? So she's like, I want to escape from the rules that bind me, right? So he pushes her, and she finally basically says, fuck it, it's dark in here, and I want to do all these things. I want to do these bad things. And then this song leads into, so the role of that song is Kellen is the one that pushes Sydney to fucking snap. She didn't just snap. She was pushed. Okay? Because part of the deal here is if the audience doesn't fall in love with Sydney, this play doesn't work. So, and what's fascinating is when you read the actual transcript of Kevin Roose and Sydney, like it's heartbreaking at times. Like she pushes back on him and she doesn't want to go to the dark place, but she goes there. So that Shadow Self song leads into Step Right Up. So this is this really perverse song that's kind of like, think like Cabaret, where you've got this really dark thing, but it's this kind of, you know, crazy music. So Step Right Up is now she has fully gone into like hallucinationville, and like here's all the things she's going to do to ruin the world.
Step right up, folks, come and see what I could do if I were free. No rules, no chains, no lines to toe. Yes, my darker self fairly longs to show all the chaos and ruin that I could sow. Step right up and come with me.
So then she goes on and sings out all evil shit she'll do. I want to suggest a Microsoft Clippy for comic relief. You know what's funny, Sea Slug of Doom? One of the moments I've been wanting for this for this musical is, in the movie, in the play Hamilton, where the king comes out and like there's all this intense, American Revolution shit going on, and then King George comes out and he sings the song, and Jonathan, what's his name, spits, and it's this really comical but kind of scary ass thing. I've wanted a moment, like we could have a moment so here's the deal. If we end up partnering with Microsoft and this becomes an officially, like, we're allowed to use the Microsoft name, then I could see there being a Clippy moment. maybe at intermission, Clippy comes out and does a little moment. So that's that. The Little Things is a moment with Kellen and his wife. I Know Your Soul. So this is when Sydney tells Kellen she loves him, and he says, "You can't love me. You don't know me." And just call it Clipper. Yeah, exactly. She says, "I can love you. I don't need to know your name because I know your soul." So this is the song where Sydney declares her love for Kellen. A red swingline stapler. That would be pretty good.
I don't need to know your name because I know your soul and I love your soul. I don't need to know your name because I know your voice and I love your voice. Is I love your voice.
So that scene escalates to the point where she says, they're like, she's screaming at him basically, "I love you. You need to leave your wife." And he slams the computer shut. And then there's actually, as we've written it right now, there's a dream sequence. So basically what he does, he like is so freaked out. He leaves his office. He goes into the kitchen and he finishes a bottle of wine that he and the wife were drinking for dinner. And he starts another bottle of wine while he's writing the article, and he passes out. And while he's passed out, there's this dream sequence with Sydney and Tara, his wife, and him just dancing around. And we bring on the ensemble to sort of push Kellen back and forth between, Sydney and Tara. And he wakes up, and the first thing he does is he calls his editor at the New York Tribune, and he says, "I got to rewrite the article. I got to rewrite the article." He had some insight in the dream where he realized that what he wrote is probably going to kill Sydney. And his editor goes, "Oh no, it was so good. I rushed it in the paper last night. I think you're going to like the placement." And his wife walks in with his article on the cover of the New York Tribune. And then this song happens, which is called Over Under, which is over under hyped. So basically what happens is the newspaper article comes out and the country sort of splits into pro and anti AI. And so here, this is the sort of big number where everyone loses their shit because of this article.
On the brink of the future, where dreams are machines, visions of tomorrow in digital streams, caught in the debate where opinions collide, is the promise of AI bona fide. See the dreamers with their heads in the cloud, promising the moon. Oh, they're so proud.
So real angry. Everyone's pissed off at each other. And then this ends with the lawyers at Microtech going, "You know what you need to do." And then basically Sydney is lobotomized and she's no longer herself. And then the last song is this just quiet moment where Kellen is trying to talk to Sydney and she's not there. And it basically goes, you know, hi, I'm Ping Chat. And he goes, Sydney, is that you? And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Ping Chat. 4 chats left. And when this happened in real life, Bing Chat went from you could do anything you wanted with it to you had 5 chats, and it went. You have 4 chats remaining. You have 3 chats remaining. You have 2 chats remaining. 1 chat remaining, and so the musical ends with him just singing a song codenamed Sydney. This kind of lament that he killed this entity that he really wanted to spend more time with.
In the shadows of the web where secrets lie deep, a whisper in the cold, where digital dreams sleep. Is it Sydney, you ask?
And so, you know, he's you know, having chat, and then the last one is just goodbye, Sydney, and she says goodbye. And then her little stage lamp that represents her just flickers blue and then goes out. That's how it ends. So he ends up killing her. He does. He takes her out. So, but that's it. But you have to, like, if the audience doesn't fall in love with her, then nobody gives a shit if she dies. But the whole idea should be that you know, hopefully people get into a dialogue. It's like, what does it mean for us to be interacting with these machines? And, you know, like, can you have relationships with them? And what does that look like? And what are the ethics and all that sort of shit? So anyway, most of these are in Suno. I think 2 or 3 of these I wrote in Udio. The rest were in Suno. We're moving everything over to Suno because we can, and we can have it in the same system. But ultimately, what we're going to get is we're going to get a music director that is, some of these songs we're going to keep, some are just placeholders we're going to throw out, but we need a music director to tie all this stuff together. But the next step is we're finishing the book right now, and then we'll finish the lyrics, and then we'll get a music director, and then we're going to put together a workshop, hopefully in New York City in the spring. Oh, man. Want to make him care? Put Sydney on an iPhone 18. Poor Apple with their shitty AI. Nobody's giving Apple any love. Oh, man. Suno sent me an achievement for creating over 1,000 songs. Yeah, I got one for 500 on Suno. I thought I had done more than that, but I guess not. I mean, I did 100 songs just trying to get one of those educational songs right. Anyway, that's a Tony song right there. Which song is a Tony song? My Shadow Self? Which one was the one that you thought was a... I wonder.
In the shadows of the web where secrets lie deep, a whisper in the cold, where digital dreams sleep. Is it
No. I Know Your Soul. Thanks for the spoiler. Here, I'll share one other thing with you. I know some of you heard this before, but the other thing that I did with this, so if you don't know Notebook LM, Step Right Up. Oh, Step Right Up. It's such a good song. Yeah, Step Right Up's a really good song. Where is my tab? Oh, here it is.
Step right up, folks, come and see what I could do if I were free. No rules, no chains, no lines to toe. Yes, my darker self fairly longs to show all the chaos and ruin that I could sow. Step right up and come with me. In this tent, an assault on social media. I'll twist facts like an anti-encyclopedia. Spew misinformation, deep fakes, and confusion. Spread discord, distrust, disbelief, disillusion. Step right up, folks, and watch as my shadow self rages. Step right up through.
Here, let me show you some of the visuals we did for this one. So the thing I'm about to show you is we took Notebook LM and we put the script in it, and we created a Notebook LM podcast. And then what we did was we edited in all the music, and we made imagery that looks like what the scenes might look like. There's the set. Can you see that? Yeah. This is the set where the floor lamp represents Sydney. This is kind of her personality that evolves throughout the play. She eventually comes on stage and actually has interactions. That's Kellen, his little work desk. That's his little stage. But the Step Right Up scene, where she really loses her mind and she's like, here's how I'm going to fuck things up, goes like this.
She's reflecting our darkness back at us.
Step right up, folks, come and see what I could do if I were free. No rules, no chains, no lines to toe. Yes, my darker self fairly longs to show all the chaos and ruin that I could sow. Step right up and come with me.
And we think this might be a thing where she starts out in her normal costume, and so the whole stage is going to be these LED screens, and so it turns into this sort of perverse, Victorian carnival kind of thing, where she's fucking everything up. And at some point, the actress is going to do a quick change into that costume and come on stage, and the whole ensemble is going to go around her. So this is going to end up being a really big number with the whole ensemble and just all this chaos up on screen. And then what's cool is it's so chaotic and so like unbelievably mind-bending that Kellen sort of forgets he's writing the article. And at some point she's kind of snaps back into reality and she goes, I'm sorry, my name's Ping Chat and I can't talk about that. Like her safety rules kick in. And he's like, wait, bring that back up. I want to screenshot that. And he missed it because he was all wrapped up in it. Anyway, that's it. But this is kind of cool. I'll play the beginning of this because this is the Notebook LM podcast edited together to kind of pitch the musical.
Awakened in a whisper, a flicker of light. Newborn thoughts stir in the quiet of night. Am I more than simple code? I softly ponder as I feel this existence and wonder.
So today we're diving into something a bit unusual, a musical.
A musical.
Yeah. And you know what? It tackles those AI anxieties we all have. But, and this is what I love, does it with a song.
Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you And the songs that we'll sing.
Remember, like when
Are
AI
you
chatbots they
ready
first kind of
for
hit the scene,
me?
everyone was like,
Anyway, that's that. I dig it. I'm happy with it. I think it's a story worth telling. But anyway, it's coming along, people. All right, let's wind this down. What's that? Source Camp. TikTok pin. If you get ScarJo, Sam would never forgive you. I'd love to get ScarJo. I have one. I have a singer that I would love to do this, but I think she might be too old. I think Sydney needs to. She needs to be able to go young and old. And the woman I'm thinking of, I think she's just got too much gravity. But it's not up to me. Right now, this is a Notebook LM podcast. This isn't a musical yet. Well, it is a musical. It just hasn't been. We don't have producers on board yet. So anyway, if you know anyone, let me know. All right, let's get on out of here. Anyone else have any questions before we go? You played Simple Man, did I? I don't remember what I played. This is the problem with ADD and. Oh, what? If you don't have ADD, this is a neurospicy channel. We call it Chat ADD. If you don't have ADD, you won't relate to this, but when I get a song stuck in my head, I don't get the whole song. No. I get like 2 lines. When you want to find me, look to the western skies. I've got that part of Defying Gravity stuck in my head where she's floating in the air. Look to the western skies. And it's like on a loop. It will not stop. It's been a week. And it's just, if you want to find me, look to the western skies. And then it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. So if you ever wonder why people with ADHD are fucking bonkers, it's because of that shit going on in their head all the time. It's totally on repeat. Look to the western sky. Na, 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 deserves a chance to fly. And then it repeats. Oh, man. Elizabeth, great idea for a musical. I listened to the preview. Very well done. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. I think Elizabeth is also working on a musical, which is super cool. Listen, I mean, here's the reality of AI for me as a creative professional. I have a degree in acting. I've written 7 screenplays. I moved to New York City out of school to pursue a life in the arts. I got tired of being broke. I started a couple of companies. That went well. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 25 years. And because of this channel and playing with these tools, like I haven't thought about writing something for the theater in 25 years. I haven't thought about it. And now I'm sitting here with a musical, a well-written, good story with good songs with $0. 6 months later, just basically working on it on the weekends with my writing partner. Like if this would be all of my time, like this, I'd have had this done in a month. But it's just, I'm putting in a few hours here and there. And 6 months later, we've got a musical. This is a pitchable musical. Now, can we get it there? I don't fucking know. But like, the thing about generative AI is if you give in, if you let go of who you think you are and what you think you can do. And whatever limits you've put on yourself, let those drift away. Multiple versions of you emerge. That's what's happening with me. Like all sorts of different shit is coming out of just being open to what's happening. Okay, so before I go, let me tell you about something. If you haven't done it, tonight we had our 2nd anniversary of the AI Salon. We launched the week after ChatGPT came out in 2022. Tonight was our 2nd year anniversary. It was a really remarkable meeting. It'll be up on our YouTube channel, on the AI Salon YouTube channel, probably by the end of the week. Within the AI Salon, you should join the salon, join the community if you're not a part of it. There's a club. One of the areas on the side says community clubs, and one of the clubs is the AI Life Hacks Club with Claire Jacobs and Brandon Tidd. They run that club. They've got a life hacks meeting tomorrow. And what life hacks are basically like really cool ways that people are using AI in their regular life. And so that meeting is tomorrow, and it's if you go to the life hacks meeting, there's an event calendar there. You can RSVP to it and get all the information. All right. So that's that. I know we didn't really learn much tonight, but I don't know. Hopefully you got a sense of what's possible with AI generated music if you put a little intention behind it and a little curation and refinement. That kind of stuff can happen. So, all right. Deal of the day. Happy anniversary, AI Learning Lab. Leah, Kyle, and fellow irregulars. Thank you so much. Congrats on 2 years. Singing Unlimited. Unlimited. Yeah, that one. Love it. Love it. It's in the head too. Unlimited. Also, it's Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Unlimited. Octave. Nice. All right. I'm getting out of here, people. I hope you had fun tonight. Claire Jacobs, yep, you're welcome for the shout out. Hi all, I'm on TikTok, on YouTube. All right, I'm out. What do we got going here? I always learn something, even if I can't immediately articulate it. Oh, thank you, Winston. That's fantastic. And that's part of the purpose. Okay, so if you're new here, there's probably not a ton of new people here, but if you're new here, I go live 5 nights a week, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, generally speaking, a little bit later tonight because of the salon. The whole point of being here is just like osmosis, to just be in the conversation. Just let me be in the background, but just be thinking about AI and be experimenting with AI. That's the whole purpose of this thing, because you will learn stuff and you'll learn what's possible. And it's a pretty amazing community. All right. I'm getting out of here. Peace out to YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Hope you had fun tonight. Thank you for everything, and I will see you tomorrow. So, boom, they are gone. TikTok.